Hi, I'm NewsTaco editor Sara Inés Calderón, and this is your weekly roundup. My top pick this week was a story that I wrote about how Latino politicians in Texas are kind of coming into their own, the numbers behind that, and some of the historical context. Definitely an interesting story. We're going to be following up with similar stories about Latinas in California and Texas. So check it out. So we had some interesting stories in the cultural realm this week. One, Steven Seagal is in West Texas hunting immigrants. Then we had a really cool story about a World War II veteran being inducted into a Hall of Fame. We had a story by Cristina Rodriguez about how she gets mistaken for being pregnant, but she's really just voluptuous. I don't know if that's happened to you before, but it has to me. Then we had a cool story about how Latinos are absent from corporate leadership positions, which is really important if you think about it in kind of like more broader societal context. So some cool stories in education this week. A story a lot of you all loved about a Zapotec immigrant from Mexico, came to the United States, didn't even speak Spanish, learned English, and now has a PhD from UCLA. Really neat story. Then we had a cool story from Kansas, where some educational leaders there are trying to help dreamers move beyond their educations and into the realms of professional workplace in engineering and working with their legal status and working with different companies to make that happen. It was a super cool story, so you should totally check it out. See, in Texas, there was this, what I would call manufactured drama when, as part of Hispanic Heritage Month, students recited the Mexican Pledge of Allegiance and it turned into a thing. The Five Languages of Love was a really cool story by Edie Vaughn. You all really responded to that one, so check it out. And then we had kind of a more like consumer friendly story about what's the difference between banks and credit unions, given this whole Occupy movement and the new ATM fees that banks are charging their customers. Let's see, politics. Then we had a story our contributing editor Renee Saldana wrote, Latin American News Roundup. Please check it out. It's really good stuff. Then a story by Victor Landa about how Alabama agricultural workers are not in high supply anymore since Alabama's law went into effect. And finally, a story from our readers from Phoenix about the Occupy Phoenix movement there. So thanks so much for sticking with us another week. Sara Inés Calderón, NewsTaco editor. Have a great weekend.